Praise the Lord. Is my presentation ready? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, today, let me tell you, I'm not a pastor, neither am I a deaconess, but I'm here to preach the gospel to you. Ask your neighbor, what gospel? Ask your neighbor, what gospel? I am here to preach the gospel of social media to you. Can I hear you say the gospel of social media? I can't hear you. This class is too dull for me. The gospel of social media. Yeah, thank you very much. A round of applause for ourselves, please. A round of applause for ourselves, please. Ladies and gentlemen, whether we like it or not, social media is here to stay. You might be wondering, why do I need social media for my business? Social media is for teenagers, it is for young people, it is for jobless people. Why do I need to use social media for my business? Today I'm going to be talking more about why you should use social media for your business. So what exactly is social media? Social media is any website or mobile phone function that allows you to share content with other people. There are different types of social media sites, from Facebook to Twitter to Instagram to Pinterest to LinkedIn, a lot of social media sites. But the good thing is that you don't have to use all these social media sites for your business. So today I'm going to be talking about the most popular social media sites you can use for your business. The first one is Facebook. Do you know that more than 1 billion people use Facebook? And out of these 1 billion people, just imagine if 1 million people, what do you use Facebook for?
Well, for business and to communicate with my loved ones.
Yeah, Facebook is for sharing information. It's for sharing good news. Oh, I'm engaged. I'm getting married. Honeymoon things, vacation things, you know. You share information on Facebook, you share photos, you share a lot of things on Facebook. But do you know that you could be doing more than this on Facebook? I'm going to be talking more on that later. The next popular social media is Twitter. Next slide, please. Twitter. Over 500 million people use Twitter. Twitter, unlike Facebook, Facebook is for contacting people, while Twitter is for following people you wish you knew. For example, if you're a motivational speaker, and you like Brian Tracy, you like Fela Durotoye, you like Les Brown, it's a good place for you to follow them. And from there you see, you see what they are, you read their thoughts on Twitter. That's what Twitter is about. You can send them direct messages. For example, I heard about a young man who was following a very popular motivational speaker. And this guy was always sending him direct messages on Twitter. They were always sharing messages on Twitter. Would you believe that when this motivational speaker from America came to Nigeria, he told him, oh, I'm coming to Nigeria. I would like us to meet in person. This young man, looking like, of course, a riffraff and all that, he now went to see this motivational speaker at the event. And they told him, no, we can't allow you enter. To see who? No, it's not possible. But the Nigerian told him, he's expecting me, tell him so person. And when they went to tell the motivational speaker, he said, yes, I'm expecting him. He came and saw the person and they had a chat. That is what Twitter does. You can send a direct message. You can follow your mentor on Twitter. The next most popular one is LinkedIn. LinkedIn has over 200 million users. What is LinkedIn for? LinkedIn is for professionals. LinkedIn is an online CV, online resume. That's where you blow your trumpet. I have 10 years experience in this. I have so skills. You may be wondering, okay, I'm a business owner. What do I need LinkedIn for? That is the place where you meet the people in your industry. You can join groups. You will meet people in your industry, not only in Nigeria, but people abroad. When you're in the entertainment industry, you can meet someone in India who is also in the entertainment industry, and you people can exchange ideas. You people can, do business together. I didn't used to take LinkedIn seriously until like 2 years ago when I got an email from a very popular HR consulting firm saying, oh, we saw your resume on LinkedIn. Would like to invite you for an interview. I say, on LinkedIn, okay? LinkedIn is for professionals. So if you are thinking of going into business, if you are not a business owner, if you are a job seeker, take LinkedIn seriously. If you are a business owner also, take LinkedIn seriously. You are in the makeup industry, you meet people in the makeup industry on LinkedIn. If you are a musician, you meet people who are, in that industry on LinkedIn, and you can exchange ideas with them, Then the most popular one again is YouTube. Almost 3 billion views on YouTube per day. Imagine if you YouTube is about videos. Imagine if you just upload a video about your products on YouTube. Do you know how many people will see they'll see your products and they'll get to know about your product? Are you getting me? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Okay, then the next slide, the final one, is website and blog, which is the most important one. If you're going to do any business, whether you like it or not, you must have a website. A website is very, very important. Or a blog. If you can't afford a website, you can go for a blog. Then after getting a blog, you can now decide to go for a website. But I always advise, have a website and a blog. But if you can't afford, the difference is that for the website, you have to pay for your domain name. www.so.com. You have to pay for that name. But if you cannot afford it yet, you can go for a blog first. Then you can now later go for a website. But even if your office is just your sitting room or a small room, and if you have a website, people will take you seriously. They will think that you have one-story building or something. That's what a website does. People take you seriously. So, next slide, please. What are the benefits of social media? Social media is easy. It's cheap. If you want to get a Facebook account, do you have to pay? You don't have to pay. If you want to get a Twitter account, do you have to pay? You don't have to pay. It is very easy and cheap. So what is stopping you from putting your business where a billion people will see your business? Secondly, it increases your online visibility. For example, it also increases your search on Google. For example, if you walk up to me and tell me, oh, I am the CEO of Lagbaja and Lagbaja Company, and you tell me about your business, oh, this is what we do, you're trying to get me as your client. The next thing I'll do is, okay, I'll get back to you. And I'll just go on my BlackBerry, on my Techno Phantom, and Google Lagbaja and Lagbaja Company. If I Google it and I don't see anything about you, I say, oh, a little serious. As in, maybe they are just 409 people. But when I Google you, and just on Google alone, your name appears like in 10 different places, on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. I say, man, this guy is not a small fry. I would like to get involved with his business. So it increases your Google search. If you're on all the social media sites, imagine if you're on 10 social media sites, and I Googled Lagbaja and Lagbaja Company, your name appears in 10 different places, and the way I look at you will now be different from, if you have a one-story building, once you are not online, people will not take you seriously. But if you are in your sitting room and you appear on 2 pages, on Google alone, I'll have never met you before. I'll say, man, this person knows what he or she is doing. So you have to be online. It increases your online visibility. Reveals more about your business. You don't have to talk and talk and talk these days. If you just tell me you are the CEO of Kiniko, all I need to do is Google and I read about you online. That's the end. You don't need to convince me too much about your business. You can contact thousands and thousands of people. For example, some people have like 3,000 friends on Facebook. What are you doing with those friends? What are you doing with them? This is a place you can use those 3,000, you can tell these 3,000 people about your business on Facebook. You don't have to contact them one by one. Once you just put up a message, everybody sees it. So you can contact thousands and thousands of people just for one day. People take you seriously. Like I said earlier, if I don't see anything about you online, I believe that you are not serious. In this day and age, how can I not find something about you online? So if I find you online, of course, I'll take you seriously. The next slide, please. Where do I start for my business? Then, okay, let me tell you a story again about the increase of the search on Google. I remember I went for a program that was like 5 years ago. Platform. That's the one Capstone. What's the name of this church again? Pastor Titi Oyemade's church, Covenants. The one he organizes every year. And there was a speaker from America, and he came. He came for that program. There was something he said I'll never forget. He said that the year before, Pastor Titi Oyemade sent him an email saying, "Oh, we would like you to come and speak at our program." And the first thing he did was he just Googled the pastor. He didn't know him from Adam. He just Googled the pastor and he Googled the church. And millions of things came out on Google. And he didn't need anybody to like convince him that, oh, come for this program. He just made up his mind. He had confidence in them. Imagine. Just Google. He had never met them before. This was an American. He said, after I just read a few things about this pastor and the church, then he just said, oh, I think I must come for this program. Okay, so where do I start for my business? You've heard, oh, social media is good for my business, it's good for this, it's good for that. Okay, how do I start? I don't know how to start. The first thing you should do is you have a website or a blog. Like I said, if you cannot afford a website, do a blog. And if you can't even do any of these things yourself, get somebody to help you do it. There are some social media experts. That's what they do. They help people push their business online, push it out there. They help people push it out there. So get someone to help you do a website. But before you do the website, do a research. If you're a makeup artist and you want to do a website or a blog, okay, who is the most popular makeup artist in Nigeria? Tara or Bankem Eshida? Just quickly go to their website or go to their blog and see how these people are doing their own things. You don't have to copy exactly what they've done, but it will give you an idea. You have to start, you have to put yourself on a high level. Don't say because I'm just in my sitting room, I don't have an office. But what you can do is begin to think like all these big people. Google what they've done. Just look at their website. Or maybe you are trying to have a t-shirt label, a business for yourself. Just Google Nike, Google Polo, Google Ralph Lauren, and see how their website is. All you need to do, like the first speaker was saying, all you need to do is just add your own Niger flavor. Whatever you're thinking about now, whatever business idea you're thinking about, someone else is thinking about it in India. So don't turn yourself to Bill Gates and start cracking your head. Oh, yes, I want to invent something. No, it has already been invented. All you need to do is reinvent and add your own flavor. Add your Niger flavor to it. That's all. You don't need to stress yourself about, oh, I want to invent something. I must be Bill Gates. I must be this. No. Whatever idea you have, someone else is already thinking about it in Afghanistan, in India. So all you need to do is just look at what they are doing, pick the ones you can pick, and just add your own Niger flavor to it, and you are ready to go. So set up a Facebook page after you've gotten a website or a blog. You set up a Facebook page. Because a lot of us are already on Facebook. So what you need to do is you will now set up a Facebook-like page that is different from your own page. When you now set it up, you will now tell your friends on Facebook. You can send them personal messages saying, oh, I have a fan page now. You have to be creative about it. This page is we'll be talking about this, that. Go and like my page, But don't expect that those 3,000 people will like your page with immediate effect. Because social media takes time. So what you do is that after sending those messages, you wait a bit. And before you know it, maybe this week is just 10 likes. The upper week is another 10 likes, and it grows like that. But there are some people, whether they like it or not, they must like your page. Your father, your mother, your uncle, everybody must, those ones, whether they like it or not, they must like your page. But send all this, because if you have 1,000 friends, what are you doing with them? These are the people that you are going to introduce your business to. So send them personal messages, on Facebook, on their personal messages. Send them on Facebook, and, before you know it, people will begin to like it. Then, be consistent. If you have a website, if you have a Facebook, if you have Twitter, if you have Pinterest, make sure that the name is the same. www.fontaka.com, www.facebook.com/fontaka, www.twitter.com/fontaka. Don't go and use another name, because when people begin to search for you, they might just see only two things appearing. Make sure it's the same name you are using for Facebook, for Twitter, and, for all those other, social media sites. Then the next one might sound funny. Buy a camera and take pictures. For example, if you're on your own, you're an author, and you're going to a gathering like this, you must hold a camera. Because you might see somebody well-known in your industry. You might see Wale Soyinka here. So the thing is that you have to hustle for pictures. Sir, can I take a picture with you? Just try it. When you take a picture with a celebrity and you upload on your Facebook page, the next thing, people will start saying, wow, this guy is dealing with the big boys. They didn't know that you begged for a picture. But the effect of that celebrity picture, people would like to associate with people who are well-known. So depending on what you are doing, if you are a makeup artist, go and take a picture with Tara and put it on your Facebook page. People say, wow, she must be Tara's business partner. You're running well, you know. But that effect, just try it. Whether you're an author, you know, or a motivational speaker. I remember I had a friend who took a picture. He did James Bond move. He was in America then. He wanted to come out with a book. Meanwhile, the book was not even ready. He just had the cover of the book. He now saw Brian Tracy at one event. He just quickly went, sir, please, can I take a picture? He now took the cover of the book. Meanwhile, the book was not even ready. He now took the cover of the book and told the man to hold it, and they took a picture. So when the book was coming out, he was now marketing the book. He now put the picture, Brian Tracy and him. Oh, get ready, it's coming out. So people say, Brian Tracy has read this book. Wow. Look at that. So a lot of people thought that, man, this guy is rolling with the big boys. It's a lie. He just begged to go and, you know. And some of you have already missed an opportunity. You'd have taken a picture with me, you know. So the next slide, please. You're laughing. You've not seen me on TV before. Next one, add some photos, albums, profiles on your Facebook page. Don't let it be empty. You've already hustled for people to like your page. Make sure that you had some things about your products on your Facebook page. Invite your friends. I've said that before. Make sure you invite people that you have on your Facebook page. Ask for testimonials. Like now, you've done something for somebody before. Just quickly use, thank God you have a phone or what's it called? A pad. Just tell them, okay, just say something about my business or about my book. When you video people, put it on your blog, put it on your website. You know, it's like testimonials. When people hear it, they say, wow, so this is what the book is about. You know, they get interested. Decide where else you want to be. You've done a website, you've done a blog. Now, okay, I think it's time to move to Twitter. It's time to move to Instagram and all that. Okay, the next slide, please. Things you do on the social media. What do? You share information. You share information about your products. If you're a motivational speaker, you say, oh, I'm going to be at so place. I'm going to be speaking. You share information about, you know, what you're doing. Make sure you share information. Then every time it's not about yourself or your products, you must also share quotes. You could be quotes on leadership. You could be quotes on mentoring. Depending on what you do, just look for something around that area. If it's a t-shirt business, you could share tips on how to wash stains away from your t-shirts, you know, things that will be reasonable to people that they will learn from. It's not just about you and your product, but also maybe things that will be useful to them. So get feedback. You could ask a question. What do people think about this product? People will reply you, you know. And also answer questions and complaints. If people have questions to ask you, you answer them on Facebook. Then give gifts. Christmas is around the corner. You know, give gifts to your customers. Say, oh, who wants this? You see, people like gifts. No matter how rich they are, they like gifts. So make sure you give gifts. Not something big, but at least just give. If you're a musician, say, oh, I'm giving out 2 CDs today. If you know you want to, if you know what you want to CDs, just type yes or something on your, what's it called, Facebook page. Promote new products. If you have an album coming out, you're a musician, you begin to promote it. Oh, I'm excited about my new album. It's coming out so day. Promote your new product. Promote events. If you're a motivational speaker, you want to have a seminar, you promote the event on your social media sites. Next slide, please. Dangers of social media. People are critical. If you go and do a product that people do not like, before you say Jack Robinson, before you wake up, somebody has gone to write on your Facebook wall, that nonsense product. People are critical. So don't expect that it will always be good every time. So people might write what you might not like on Facebook. Then privacy is an issue. I always tell people, if you are doing business, have 2 numbers. Have one private number and maybe an official line. Because You know, a lot of people are online. They will just, 149 person will just call you by 9 o'clock. You'll be surprised. So the best thing is that have a different number for all these internet things. You know, have a different number for it. Don't put your personal number online because different people will call you. Offline responsibilities might be neglected. The fact that you are doing all this social media stuff, don't forget your other responsibilities because the thing is that you have to be ready. You have to be ready. When after you've made so much noise on social media, people will begin to call you. So you cannot afford to mess up because you've already given them this kind of, you've already given them this kind of, oh, I'm a big company. And when they now begin to call you, the next thing, maybe it's your firstborn that will pick it. Hello? They're like, is it not this company that they're making so much noise about themselves online? So you need to be ready. Probably if you can't be the one answering all the questions, employ somebody, maybe your younger sister or somebody to, receive all calls because people will begin to call you. Once your number goes online, you'll be surprised that you won't even know. People might not even comment. But the funny thing is that people are seeing what you are doing. They are seeing what you are doing. Then one day they think of you and they begin to call you. And always advise people, be consistent. Not that today you put up a post, tomorrow we won't see you again till December. You have to be consistent. You have to be putting up something every day. In fact, you can even, maybe at a particular time. That's why I always tell people, get somebody to help you do it. Maybe every 7 o'clock in the morning, you are saying something. The next people say, today is always putting something on Facebook every 7 o'clock. So get somebody to help you do it, even if you cannot do it yourself. Make sure you are consistent every day. But don't put one long essay that people will not read. People are busy. But what you do is just put a line or two about your product, about a quote or something. Just put something every day. You have to be consistent because the more you put something, the more your name appears online. Next slide, please. Okay. So this is just a tip of the iceberg. Don't fret. You don't need to know everything at once. So like I said, you have to start with a website, then a blog, then a Facebook page, and from there you can begin to go to other, social media sites. So the final slide, however, if you need help on how to start and start engaging your prospects on social media, you can contact me for a minimal fee. That's what I do. I help people to grow their business online, even though it sounds easy, but it's a lot of work. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've been able to learn a thing or two from what I've said today. Any questions? Thank you. I deserve a round of applause, please. Any question? There must be a question. Okay, yes.
While I was trying to promote my page on Facebook, I saw more like an advert, or a minimal advert that you have to pay some particular amount of money to boost your page on Facebook. What can you say about that?
Well, it's also good to boost your page, but the thing is that what that boosting does is that like 10,000 people will see that advert. And from there, you begin to gather likes. That's what it does. But if you do not have so much money, I wouldn't advise you to start boosting. Because even though the money is a bit small, before you know it, you have to keep boosting every day. The thing you can do, first of all, is get your own people to like it. Some people do things. Their own family members do not even know what they are doing. And you are trying to boost yourself online. The best thing, let your own people, your friends. Because if you are into makeup now, and your own friends, they don't even know what you are doing. When they are getting married, how will they even? But when you begin to disturb them, have you liked my page? Have you done this? When they want to get married or somebody wants to get married, they'll say, Peju is a makeup person. She's always disturbing us on Facebook. That's the only thing she knows how to do. So first of all, deal with your people first before you now start boosting your page. There's nothing wrong in boosting your page. When you boost your page, maybe 10,000 people will see it. Maybe out of that 10,000 people, maybe some few people might like the page. But when you've been able to gather some small money, you can now decide to, okay, let me boost my page. Any other question? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me here. I guess I've been able to pass a little information to you people. Thank you.